Happy Tuesday!
You go first, Heather. Hi.
Yeah, happy Tuesday. We have a lot to talk about today.
Yes, it's been a busy morning, especially for Heather as she gets us prepared for the incoming storm. Is that a fair term?
Yes, it is. I'm calling it at least a spring snowstorm.
Okay.
That's what it is.
We have those from time to time here in Michigan.
Yeah, it's not too uncommon. Seriously, this late in the year, it is, or at least early in the spring, late in the winter too, we still get these systems. So it's rare, but it's not too rare. Yeah.
Well, in case you're brand new to this Up North Live digital studio, you can comment, let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah.
You can ask Heather questions. Normally people wait till after the forecast because Heather does cover a lot.
I do. I try to be thorough, but I know there's a lot of people watching from other areas.
Yes.
I am going to focus more on our area right now in the forecast. There is severe weather. I did just see there's been tornado warnings all morning down in southern Ohio, southern Indiana. And so that's been, weather we've been talking about. So if you're curious about that, we'll look into that a little bit. But my focus has been here at home for the most part.
There's plenty to talk about.
Yes. And then if you guys want to as well, we can try to take a look at cloud cover for the eclipse. We're getting closer to that. So that's something that you guys want to see. Again, it's going to be a little bit, we're 6 days out from that, but we'll still take a look if you're curious about cloud cover because that will be the main contributing factor if we have any chance of seeing it.
Oh, gosh. I hope there are no clouds.
I know,
oh,
but
gosh.
you know Michigan. Like, it is so hard. Even when we're talking about northern lights, it's just the lakes and it just doesn't cooperate always.
No, you got that right.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at that.
Sounds
Any
good.
other thoughts, Brendan?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
I'll keep thinking.
Okay. Yeah, so we are talking about the solar eclipse, if you haven't heard enough about it. So we are doing more of a countdown if you're just joining us, more of a countdown as far as weather quizzes go, just to kind of talk about the facts of it. And then when we get closer, we'll talk about the more specifics in regards to the forecast. But again, since we're on Facebook, we have a little bit more time and more free range with the forecast, so we can take a look at that too. So 6 days until the total solar eclipse. There are 4 different types of solar eclipses that we can experience. Which one of these is not one of them? Is it an annular solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse, or a bright solar eclipse? And then we'll take a look at our standings since we didn't do it yesterday. Just because we had a new, or not new, but another producer filling in for Miss Sarah. So let's start off with our warnings right now, and then we'll show you satellite, and then we'll get into that full forecast. So we do have a winter weather advisory, Leelanau County stretching into Otsego all the way up to the eastern upper peninsula. This is from later today until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So this is where we are expecting anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of snow. We could see upwards of closer to 5. Locally, higher amounts will be possible. But the main concern is not only the snow that will fall overnight tonight into tomorrow morning is the winds. So the winds we could see gusting higher than 45 to 50 miles an hour. And I'll show you what that looks like on future forecast peak winds because we are looking at some gusty winds. This means power outages are possible tomorrow morning, especially tomorrow morning and throughout the day too. Will be something we'll deal with. We do have a winter storm warning in parts of the eastern upper peninsula through western UP into Wisconsin. That's where they're expecting more of that snow to fall. That's going to be on the cooler side of the system. So they're expecting anywhere from 5 to 10 inches of snow on the higher side of things. And then wind gusts over 40 miles per hour will be possible. So we'll take a look at current radar and satellite. Currently, you can see our low pressure system is sitting right up over, it's getting closer to Missouri now as we get closer to the morning hours, through Missouri. And we're seeing that severe weather, especially down in Ohio, as I mentioned, southern Indiana. But here in Michigan, we are seeing a little bit of that rain and snow making its way in. So it is just now starting in some spots. I do want to pull up a camera. It's kind of doing more free range forecast here, but I want to see if maybe Cadillac is seeing any of that this morning as of now. Don't think it's reaching the ground yet. So that is something we will deal with today. That's ahead of our next system. So here's a look at the winter storm update. We do have moderate confidence, although it has been a tricky forecast. So I'm just being 100% transparent with you guys. The storm track has varied the whole week. And we've known it's going to rain, it's going to snow, it's going to be windy. But just as far as how much and when, it is a little tricky just depending on if we are on the warmer side of it, if we get more rain or if we get more snow. But we do know that rain will transition to snow tonight through tomorrow morning. And our winds will really pick up tonight as well. What we really don't know is that precise track because it can change. But we do know rain will mix in at some point. We just don't know how much, and that will affect our snowfall totals. I'll show you what we're expecting. And again, we do have moderate confidence with this system, but it could vary. It just really depends. So here's a look at Stormcast, and this is lining up with my snowfall totals that we're looking at. So over the next few hours, we will see a little bit of some light rain into the afternoon. So this is mid-afternoon. We'll start to see a little bit of some rain and rain-snow mixing in with that closer to dinner hour. We could see a thunderstorm with this too. It's very active weather that we are going to see. So a lot of that moisture will continue throughout tonight to tomorrow morning. That's when we'll start to see that snow transitioning. So early tomorrow morning, winds will also pick up too tonight. That's when we're going to see more of that snow over in the eastern upper peninsula through the western UP. And you can see as this low pressure system tracks more south of here, we'll see a little bit of some rain throughout the day tomorrow, and we could see a little bit more snow. I think we're going to see more of a wintry mix. Also, I will add, just because of how warm it is, this is going to be heavy, wet snow. So slushy conditions are expected. So if you're heading anywhere early tomorrow morning, especially with our winds, give yourself some extra time. Be mindful that you could run into some issues on the road, not only from the slush, but power outages, trees down, and all of that. So our snowfall forecast is what we're expecting, upwards of 5 or 6 inches in Newberry, and less as you head more to the east. So about 2 inches in Sault Ste. Marie on Mackinac Island as well. 4 in Pelson and Petoskey, 4 to 5 in Gaylord's possible. I think really Traverse City, we'll be lucky if we see 2 inches of snow. Really depends on how cold we get. And then our southern counties on the edge of that, we are expecting more rain with this system. So what I didn't show on the live television side of things, I didn't have enough time to explain it, but I want to show you, we are getting a lot of rain. We're going to get a decent dousing of rain. And mainly south of the bridge is where we're expecting over an inch or more of rain. So closer to almost 2 inches in Traverse City, Cadillac. Those red colors in Leelanau County means we could see well over 2 inches of rain there. Over 2 inches in Manistee expected. This is just through today and into tomorrow afternoon. About 1.3 inches in Alpena, over 1 in Drummond Island, and 7/10 being the smallest amount that I'm seeing on this map in Sault Ste. Marie. So an inch or more is pretty much what we're expecting widespread. That is the main thing. Aside from that, we are going to start to see those winds picking up. So as this low pressure system gets closer, we'll start to see those winds picking up this afternoon, gusting over 30 miles per hour, but up to and over 40 as we get closer to just after dinner. And that's when we're really going to start to see them ramping up. When you see those purple colors, it's never good on this map, even with snow. So mainly easterly winds. We could see 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Petoskey, and still sticking with those gusty conditions. That's from that last night through this tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Could see 54-mile-an-hour wind gusts on Mackinac Island alone, 45 in Sheboygan. That's where we could see power outages, is with those gusty easterly winds. Here's a look at today, though. So we are going to see a little bit of those scattered rain showers around. Mainly, I think, later in the day, so closer to the afternoon for the eastern upper peninsula. So in a few hours, 46 on Drummond Island, 41 in Grayling, 43 if you're in Gaylord, rain and wintry mix. And that's similar, but I think we're going to see more rain on this side of the map. So Traverse City area, Fife Lake, Kalkaska being in the 40s, more rain. But, we could see some snowflakes mixing in. Rain or mixed showers for our southern counties. Southern counties will be seeing that first as it moves from the south to the north. Tonight, that's when our winds will really pick up. Temperatures dipping to around the 30s. And we'll start to see that rain mixing in with a little bit of some rain-snow mix overnight. But we'll see more of that snow if you are in the interior parts of the northern lower. So wind, rain to snow. For the forecast, winds really picking up tonight. 37 in Traverse City, wind, rain to snow, and then similar story for our southern counties. So We do have that weather warning day in effect for tomorrow, mainly because of the wind. I think the wind will be the biggest concern here, especially with power outages and that slushy, icy mess that we will deal with. And then that rain will move in. So a lot of that will start to melt. There's just going to be a lot of water on the roadways, I think, tomorrow especially. And then Thursday, we'll see a little bit of that wintry mix still around. But look at the weekend forecast. It's looking nice, pleasant. We could reach, I think, closer to 60 degrees Sunday or Monday.
Ooh, what a busy 7-day forecast.
It's a whirlwind for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the latter half of that 7-day forecast.
At least there's something, we were talking yesterday, there's something to look forward to. If you don't like the snow. If you want more snow, I mean, all the ski resorts are pretty much closed now here. But, yeah.
Well, you good for now, Heather?
I'm good for now.
Good for now.
Yeah, I need a breath, and then we can,
you do your
look
thing.
at other stuff. But
We have a few comments to get to. There are a couple questions too, Heather.
yeah.
We have, why is this not cooperating? There we go. Paul's at the top of my list here. He's saying good morning from Rogers City. Christopher's reporting 43 and clouds in Farmington Hills. Susan Lash-Sims watching again from Kalkaska. It's cloudy and 37 degrees. It's also 37 and cloudy for Gail. Good morning to you. Miss Jackie's watching. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
She's in Kalkaska. It's 35 degrees. She's just waiting for the big snowstorm, but she does want to know what's going on Thursday because it's Weight Watcher Day, and she has to go to Traverse City.
Yeah, so I'd be very careful with the wording of big snowstorm. There is still the uncertainty with this, right? So big is relative, but really we are going to be dealing with some slick road conditions. You guys usually leave closer to around this hour-ish, right? To get
Kalkaska. Yeah, maybe a little earlier than this. Yeah.
So tomorrow morning.
Wednesday at 8, 7:30. That's good.
Yeah. So little bit, could run into a little bit of some rain. Really depends on the timing of this. You see how it's kind of drier air trying to move in? So looks like you might be somewhat dry, but the winds are what I'm concerned about.
Okay.
So not necessarily snow, but let's see. 8, okay. Well, maybe the worst of it will be done. See, Bel Air is 29 mile an hour winds at 7:30, closer to the 20s. I think it might be okay.
Okay.
A lot of this system, the worst of it will be earlier in the morning, and when more of us are sleeping.
Just maybe, Jackie, don't spend a whole lot of time on your hair because it might just get blown around anyway.
Or you might not have power.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
That is the key detail. You might not be able to do your hair.
Yeah.
I know you might
Valid
want to, but yeah, I hope, fingers crossed, everything's okay. But when we start getting wind gusts over 40 miles per hour here, especially with our trees and just our region, it's very common to see quite a few power outages.
Good point.
Yeah.
Mark is watching from Zephyr Hills, Florida. Looks like he's going to the Sugar Sand Festival in Clearwater Beach. Low 80s.
That sounds like fun. What does that entail exactly?
Sugar Sand Festival. Let us know, Mark.
Yeah.
Seth said, good morning, awaiting the storm to arrive in Petoskey. Gail's guessing bright. Susan Lash-Sims guessing bright. Alice is watching this morning. We heard your weather report, per usual. Thank you, Alice. It's 40 in Alpena. Christopher's guessing bright. Alice is guessing bright. And Donna has a question for you. Heather wants to know when the snow is going to hit the Lower Presque Isle area.
Lower Presque Isle. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, just because it's a little harder to see. Since our area is so large.
Yep.
I'll tilt it a tad. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, you didn't know we could probably do this, huh?
Look at that, Donna. Here we go.
Look at that. All right. So those winds right off Lake Huron there. Looks like tonight might see a little bit of some snow mixing in closer to 8 to 9 o'clock. I think when more of our snow will start to reach Presque Isle, it's kind of a toss-up here. I don't know if we're going to see a whole lot over there. See how all those oranges, yellows, greens. That means rain. The pink means more of a wintry mix. Could be freezing rain, could be slush. So I think most of us will be sleeping at midnight, I hope, even us here on the morning show. And then tomorrow early morning, it will transition to rain. I think you're going to be on the warmer sector of all of this. And our forecast snow is not showing, if I remember correctly, a whole lot in your area. Yeah, I really think on the edge, I think 1 is even a little bit, you're going to be lucky if you do see 1 inch of snow by tomorrow.
Okay.
So not a lot expected on the eastern side. As I mentioned, a lot of our snow is staying on the western side.
And I'm going to go down the list a little bit here. If you can keep that, or go back to that snow map. Mike wants to know about Grand Marais in the UP.
Where is that exactly?
That, I think, is on the Lake Superior shoreline.
How do you spell it?
Maybe Marias, Grand Marais. I think that's on your way to Marquette, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That might be.
Oh, that's like, oh, that is north.
Where's my geography off? Where is it, Heather?
It is way up, closer to
school?
Pictured Rocks. It's
Pictured Rocks area?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's a little bit north and east of there, but in between Whitefish Point and Pictured Rocks. So this will be tough. Let's see. So you don't plot, like here. We're hitting the western UP territory.
Do you want me to keep reading comments as you?
Yeah, I'm just
go
trying to
through that?
adjust it so I can even see.
No, you're good. Jackie's guessing bright. Mark's guessing bright. We'll say hi to Paula. She's watching from Boyne Falls, 36 degrees, mostly cloudy, breezy already. And she's guessing bright for the weather quiz. Tom said good morning to Brendan and the lovely lady in red.
Thank
How nice,
you.
Tom. Dance classes have started again this week, so it's back to work I go, he says. I'm guessing with spring break wrapping up for a lot of kids. That explains the dance classes restarting. Rosie, good morning to you. And Christopher is keeping an eye on the National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, all those offices. Grandma Lou is watching. It's great to have Sarah back this morning with us. She said, yes, I'm still playing Wordle and Quirtle. Enjoy your day,
Nice.
she said. Our friends at Michigan Doodle Rescue Connect, assuming we would wake up to storms. It's pretty mild in mid-Michigan. Oh, we have Trevor. We have Trevor Robideau, I should say. We have a lot of Trevors.
I think Trevor's probably looking at the forecast, getting a little briefing before he comes in tonight.
Oh, that's right. He's in for Joe tonight,
Yeah,
right?
no, I'm glad he's watching so he can kind of see what I'm thinking here.
Hi, Trevor.
Hey, Trev.
Thanks for watching.
Hey, Weatherborn Day tomorrow, by the way.
He'll be standing right where Heather's standing
Yeah.
tonight for 5, 6, 6:30 on ABC.
And then, yeah, and 11. He's here all.
And
all
11.
day. Yeah.
Yep. I feel like I have a sneeze about to come on, so just
Ooh.
a warning.
Yeah.
And Paul is guessing bright. Grandma Lou guessing annular. By the way, do you have something to share with?
Yeah.
Is it Mike? Yes, Mike.
Mike. So it is on kind of the line of like you're going to see a lot or maybe not as much, but it looks like generally speaking closer to the darker blue colors. So upwards of closer to 6 inches of snow will be possible there.
Okay.
So hopefully you didn't put the shovel away. And it's handy, which I'm sure you peers probably still have it out, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I think
Yep.
6 on the higher side.
With sand. Oh, Mark is giving us an update on the festival happening in Florida. There are 2 or 3 huge tents with sand sculptures underneath. They are amazing, he said.
Okay.
That's really cool, Mark.
That's
Have
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
And Paul said, come on, rain in Rogers City. Looks like you'll get some.
Yeah, it does look like it's raining on the camera or what. Yeah, it's hard to tell in the Cadillac camera, but like a rain snow mix is now falling there.
Yep.
So it's coming as forecasted and as advertised.
Jackie's saying, Heather, you do such a great job.
Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. It's been a stressful day for me.
It has been.
Yeah.
All her meteorology classes coming in very handy
I just
today.
want to be right, you know? I just want to make sure everybody is getting the right information, so.
And also, you're very transparent as well.
Yes.
Just like the top of your forecast. You're predicting the future, which is not always easy. So.
Yeah.
And Mike is thanking you because he's going rock hunting this weekend.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Looks like the forecast a little nicer coming up this weekend.
Pleasant. It's
Yeah.
seriously pleasant, yeah.
Good.
And like hardly any clouds. I thought today I'd come in and I would see a little bit more cloud cover. On the weekend, it's just sunshine, not even clouds anywhere
Nice.
in the state of Michigan, hardly.
Cool.
So yeah, it's gonna be a nice weekend to get outside, rock hunt, maybe go for a walk, do all the things outside. I definitely will try to. Yeah.
And Christopher, who is a very dedicated viewer and also I think belongs on our promotions team, he said for all the folks living in the northern Michigan area, you can download the Storm Team weather app for the latest weather information.
Yes, and you know I mentioned on the TV side a lot. My IFB is going out and it's in my ear. It's so loud. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try to figure that out. It's
I think
dead
mine
now.
may have died
Yeah,
too.
mine died. We're doing some new battery tests, you guys. So we are now. These don't typically die.
We'll let the engineers know.
Yeah, we'll let
Can
them
you
know.
try to talk to me, please? Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing. Okay.
What was I saying? Oh, on the TV side of things, I did mention like make sure you're staying weather aware, especially tonight, especially with those high winds and just that snow, because it could be pretty dangerous outside.
Appreciate the heads up.
Yeah.
And Tom is just 4 miles from us. We're just outside Traverse City, by the way. At least our station is. We cover, like you've been seeing that big map that Heather's been showing. That's our viewing area on the TV side. He said he's looking at a few snowflakes right now.
Oh, good. I did think this was going. I will be 100% honest with you guys. It did look like this morning we were just going to be a little bit too warm to see some snow mixing in, but it looks like snow's already mixing in. The HER was showing some model I was looking at, mostly rain, light rain. So that's what I'm looking at my forecast right now. That's now airing another one, and it's mostly rain. But yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Looks like we're all caught up, Heather. If you want to
Okay.
reveal the weather quiz answer,
Yes,
please.
I just changed my battery. So yeah, so 6 days until the total solar eclipse. There are 4 different types, and bright solar eclipse is the right answer. So there's 4 types. It goes from total, annular, partial, and hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll take a look at the quiz standings, and everyone is on the same page. Everyone got
job.
it right today. And Susan Radke chimed in this morning, so thank you. We appreciate that. If you would like to be one of our Facebook viewers on our standings, join us at around 6:20 or 6:22 in the morning. We're live on Facebook right here, and we ask you the weather question then. And then I want to show you, before we do the little extra thing, Brendan, let's look at the long-range model
Shall
if
we?
you want to see the solar eclipse. So I'll pull this out. So everyone's asking, are we going to see it? The $1,000,000 question. You know, viewing time is closer to around the afternoon, and you
Like
guys,
3-ish?
yeah,
3 p.m. But we're still a little ways out. This can change, right, Heather?
We are. I just want you to all be prepared.
I understand.
Better to say prepare for the worst and then clear skies, right? Sunshine, or not sunshine with the eclipse, but yeah, just know there is a chance that we could be seeing some clouds in the way there. So yeah.
Okay. Looks like your friends are holding themselves accountable right now. And we have been talking about the morning show coming up tomorrow. Going to be sharing a lot of information. You can watch from 4:30 until 7. Heather will have live weather updates. We'll talk about road conditions, potential power outages. And if you're not in northern Michigan, you can always go on upnorthlive.com and stay up to date from there.
And our morning show team is more than well prepared. We got all that stuff lined up for you just in case we do see some wild weather tomorrow morning.
All right, just looking to see if we have any other comments other than people saying, oh, 1 for 2, 2 for 2, those kinds of things. Appreciate you chiming in.
Yeah. All right, everyone, make sure you're staying weather aware. Please stay safe and drive safe tomorrow if you're heading anywhere. We'll be right back here tomorrow morning. Have a good Tuesday.